Most people spend their entire lives working for money, without ever realizing that the real battle was happening inside their own mind. One man was born into poverty during the Great Depression. No connections, no wealthy parents, no special advantages. Yet, after studying more than 500 millionaires, he discovered a terrifying truth. Wealth is not created by luck. It's created by the way you think. And the people who never understand this spend decades trapped in the same cycle, waking up tired, working jobs they hate, waiting for a future that never comes. Think about that for a second. Right now, there are people younger than you becoming financially free. Not because they're smarter, not because they work harder, but because they learned a hidden principle this book reveals from the very first pages. And once you see it, you can never unsee it again. In this video, you'll discover why desire is more powerful than talent, why your environment secretly controls your income, and the dangerous mental habit that destroys almost every dream before it even starts. But there's one idea later in this video that changed the lives of millions of people around the world, and most people completely ignore it because it sounds too simple. That mistake cost them years. Napoleon Hill wrote Think and Grow Rich after spending over 20 years studying the most successful people in America. Men like Andrew Carnegie, Henry Ford, and Thomas Edison. He wanted to know one thing. Why do some people become rich while others stay stuck forever? And the answer shocked him. It wasn't education. It wasn't IQ. It wasn't even opportunity. It was desire. Not a weak wish. Not, it would be nice someday. Real desire. The kind that keeps you awake at night. The kind that burns so deeply inside you that failure stops being an option. Most people say they want financial freedom, but if you watch their daily actions, you'd realize they actually want comfort more than freedom. They want entertainment more than growth, security more than possibility, and that's exactly why they stay where they are. Hill explains that every major achievement begins with a definite purpose, a clear target, because your brain cannot move towards something vague. Imagine getting into a car and saying, "Drive somewhere successful." You'd go nowhere. Yet that's how most people live. They say things like, "I just want more money. I want a better life. I want success." That's not enough. The people who win financially are painfully specific. They know exactly what they want, how much money they want, why they want it, and what they're willing to give in return. Read that again, slowly. What are you willing to give in return? Because this is where most people stop. They want the reward without becoming the person capable of receiving it. A man might dream about becoming wealthy while spending every evening distracted on his phone. Another person might want financial freedom but refuses to learn new skills because it feels uncomfortable. They want results without transformation. But here's what nobody tells you. Your income rarely grows beyond your identity. If you see yourself as someone who struggles financially, you will unconsciously sabotage opportunities that could change your life. You'll hesitate, delay, doubt yourself. You'll play small because deep down, your mind is trying to stay familiar. And familiarity is dangerous. Hill tells the story of Edwin Barnes, a poor young man who dreamed of working with Thomas Edison. Not for Edison, with him. He had no money, no connections, no impressive background. But he carried one thing stronger than all of those disadvantages combined. Definite desire. He traveled hundreds of miles just for a chance to meet Edison. And when he finally arrived, he looked more like a homeless drifter than a future business partner. But Edison later said he saw something in Barnes' eyes. Certainty. Barnes didn't hope he'd succeed someday. He decided. That decision changed everything. At first, Edison gave him a tiny job. Nothing glamorous. Most people would have become discouraged. Not Barnes. Because he understood something powerful. Opportunity often arrives disguised as something insignificant. Months later, a new invention called the Edison dictating machine failed to sell because Edison's salespeople didn't believe in it. Barnes saw his chance. He believed in the product. He sold it aggressively. Eventually, he became Edison's business partner and made a fortune. The opportunity was invisible to everyone else. But desire sharpened his vision. Wait, this is where it gets interesting. Most people think successful people have fewer fears. They don't. The difference is that they act despite fear. Fear is normal. Doubt is normal. Uncertainty is normal. But staying frozen because of those emotions destroys more dreams than failure ever will. Think about your own life. How many opportunities have you delayed because you felt unprepared?